Victoria.
And I'm Annalise.
And we wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about our cheerleading history. As you can see from our shirts, we're from two different SEC schools. And we just want to share a little bit about the stuff that we've learned throughout the years and some of the things that are just real realities. So I have had the dream of being an LSU cheerleader 10 years prior to being so. And I did competitive cheer and school cheer and this cheer and that cheer and this gym and that gym. I mean, I think there was a time where I was going to 7 different gyms just to become an LSU cheerleader. So cheer was my absolute life, and my glory days was cheering at LSU.
So for me, it's a little different. I was actually a gymnast. Both my parents are college gymnasts. And so I kind of went that route for a little bit, but then I got into cheerleading and did high school cheer. Got really big into weightlifting, and it led me to be on a world champion cheerleading team called Lady Lightning. And from there, I decided I wanted to continue to cheer in college, and I kind of looked around and I found Mississippi State University and looked into their cheer program and fell in love with it and tried out and luckily made the team. And I've been a cheerleader here for going on 5 years now.
That was so awesome. I love that. But we want to get on here and be really real and share some real stories. My story is a little harsh, but whenever I was training to be a cheerleader, my family and I, we were not educated about health. And so I remember going from high school cheer to competitive cheer practice. The whole team, we would stop at McDonald's, we would get, a burger and fries, and then we'd go practice. And this kind of created, especially when I started to really want to cheer at a collegiate level, I realized that I needed to kind of fix my body. I needed to be a certain image. I needed to be a certain size, which we understand, but sometimes that can be hard for a girl to really deal with. And so I actually got prescribed Adderall. Terrible story. And this is my real vulnerable story, so that I wouldn't eat, which created an eating disorder. And I basically starved myself for about 3 years. And really just didn't eat so that I could be the size that I needed to be to cheer at LSU because there were weight restrictions. And so all of that's to share that a lot of times in that cheerleading world, we don't even know that this might be happening. Because I know when I was going through this, I didn't tell my parents that I wasn't eating. I just kind of kept it to myself because I knew it would be frowned upon. And whenever I got to college, come to find out, like mid first year, I found out that I had ulcerative colitis, which is a huge digestive issue. And I'm not to say that my eating problems caused that, but I don't know what else would. And so that is really, the nitty gritty of my story. I wasn't educated in health. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know how to fuel myself. And it created some serious chronic illnesses. And I know, I wanted to share this statistic with you guys. 75% of all chronic diseases is preventable through better health choices and food choices. So, and that's by Dr. Bill Sears. So that's a little bit about my backstory, if you want to share a little bit about yours.
Yeah, so my story is a little different. Both my parents, like I said, were college gymnasts, and they grew up living very healthy, and they raised me and my siblings to be very health conscious and eat lots of good foods, especially when it came to working out and being in the gym with cheerleading practice and everything. They knew that, especially if I was working out and doing cheerleading, that I needed to be fueling my body properly. And so they did a really good job of instilling into me and my siblings' head that, it's really important, the foods that we put into our body. And so that really did help me out. Victoria, she is a flyer. I am a base and a back spot. So it's a little bit different when it comes to body image and all that. For me, it really depended on how strong I was. And so for me, I really got into the gym, and I started lifting weights probably my end of sophomore year, junior year of high school. And that really led me to be a very successful cheerleader. I made the teams that I did. I made that world champion team, and I made Mississippi State University cheerleading team because I was so strong, and that played a huge role. However, going to college and everything, I still knew it was super important to obviously focus on that healthy diet. And as much as I tried, for some reason, I just felt like I still wasn't getting enough. I was not only just struggling with having energy for class and cheer and everything, but my practices, I was just struggling just to have that type of energy and feel like I could still work out. And financially too, when you're a college student, it can be hard to eat as many fruits and vegetables and good foods that we need to be eating. And so for a long time, I just kind of was trying to find something that fit into my lifestyle, something that I could trust, but that I knew was going to help me out in the long run when it came to health and nutrition.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And I mean, we're getting on here to share, to help, because there are a lot of cheerleaders, gymnasts, dancers out there that want to make it to a collegiate level, but no one's really focusing too much on that nutrition. And so I want to share a little bit more statistics with you guys. These are from David Katz, if you want to look up some of his, research and stuff. But this is the first generation of children to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents, which is terrifying. 1 in 3 children are obese. And we see that in the cheer world too. Even though we're athletes and we're doing flips and tricks and all of that, you see a lot bigger girls nowadays, and that's okay. But this is what this is stating. 1 in 3 children today will develop diabetes in their lifetime. 25% of children take prescription drugs on a regular basis. And by the age of 12, many children could have developed the beginning stages of hardening of the arteries. And guys, this is just real stuff. And if you look at what we're eating, and if you look at the world that we live in, we're not eating stuff that comes from the earth anymore. And we're eating processed stuff and chemicals and just crap. Let me be real. But the positive end of this is we wanted to get on here and share some stuff that we found out about, and something that we kind of have this revolution going on right now of inspiring change, inspiring change, especially in the cheer world, because it created so much of our story and our struggles, and we want you guys to not have to deal with that. So moral of the story is I always like to explain to people. So a little bit about what I'm doing now. I've been graduated from LSU for almost 2 years, and she graduates in a week. And so what we're doing now is we're really, I've been doing this for about 2 years now, full time, just helping people with their health. And that's on Elisa's goal as well. But what I always like to share with people, I'll go and do talks in front of, thousands of people and share, we used to eat things that came from the earth, and now we're eating so much but that. And what happens is in fruits and vegetables, there's antioxidants that you need, whether you're 4 years old or 104. And so what we know is we don't get enough of that anymore because of the world that we live in. And for me, I also know that that's a huge plus to why I ended up developing ulcerative colitis. So we need more fruits and vegetables in our diet. How do we do that? We need 9 to 14 servings. If you're an athlete, you need more. And so we found out about something by the grace of God that has just been an absolute no-brainer to us. I mean, it made absolute sense that Annalise is going to share a little bit about.
So what we're here to show you is Juice Plus. And this is their trio capsules that we have. And what it is basically the nutrients from 30 fruits and vegetables put into these capsules. And so it's a super cool product. Not only is it great with the fact that it has all these nutrients from fruits and vegetables, but it is NSF certified. And what that means is that what Juice Plus says is in the product is actually in the product. And especially being a D1 college athlete, it's super important that we are taking products that are NSF certified, which is a third-party certification, because in the collegiate level, you have to be very careful about what you're putting into your body. And so another reason why I love Juice Plus is because it actually has a nutrition label, and it's not a supplement label. So I know that what I'm putting into my body is real food, and it's not a supplement. This is straight fruits, vegetables, and berries just being put into my body. And I know that that's something that I can trust and something that's actually doing good work in my body. It's getting into my bloodstream and creating lots of positive benefits. And then lastly, this is the most researched nutritional product in the world. So it actually has 38 double-blind, peer-reviewed research studies on this product. And so done by lots of universities and doctors, different hospitals. And so what they've done is they've actually taken this product and they've done studies on it, and every single study that they found is that it has shown that it's created a positive change within someone's body. And so that's something that I just love, and I know that I'm putting something into my body that I can trust and that it's doing work and it's making me a better person and a better athlete.
Right. And for me, when I started taking it, like I'll share a little bit about my story. I started craving healthier food, which who doesn't need that? I started sleeping better. My skin was clear. But the biggest thing is I no longer had to take my ulcerative colitis medicine. I was able to get off of that, and I have not had any issues since. And that's not to say that Juice Plus is a cure, but that's to say that when you give your body proper nutrition, things start to function better. And these girls that are cheering and dancing at a young age, we don't know what they're doing now that could affect their future. So that's a little bit about my story with the capsules themselves. And what I want to hit on real quick before I let Annalise share her story as well is we want our kids to be healthy, of course. But what we also need is we need you to be healthy, the moms. You know, we need the parents to be healthy. Because I know for me, if my parents were educated in health, I know they would have incorporated that into my training. But we didn't know. We just didn't know. So we want to educate the moms and have the children, you know, following along in those footsteps, like similar to Annalise's story. So what's awesome is when an adult orders these capsules, the child, depending on the age, they can have the gummies or capsules as well for free. And so you get 2 for the price of 1. And that's why we're like so excited about sharing this with you guys. Ignore the dogs. This is why we're so excited to share this with you guys, because you can get your whole family healthy. So if you want to share like what it's done for your journey.
Yeah, so with me, when I first started taking Juice Plus, obviously, like I said, I was already incorporating a lot of fruits and vegetables and whole foods into my diet. However, the first thing that I noticed about probably 2 weeks after I started taking Juice Plus was my energy levels were just through the roof. And that's to show, you know, when you're fueling your body with those nutrients that you really need, your body's going to perform so much better. And so I was actually able to start going to the gym a lot more on top of my cheer practices. I had way more energy, not during my workouts, but also at nighttime. We practice from 6 to 9 every night. And so I was at 9 o'clock at night, still going strong, still having lots of energy for practice. And that's something that I had never experienced before taking Juice Plus. And so from there, I have been taking Juice Plus ever since. It's been about a year now. And I've not only just seen lots of positive changes with my energy levels, but also with just how I am, like Victoria said, craving a lot more fruits and vegetables. My skin is a lot clearer now. And also just with mental clarity, and school is super important. And, you know, that's why I'm here in college. But I've just been able to really have so much more mental clarity, and it's such a positive benefit because the nutrition that we put into our bodies plays a huge role on our brain health as well.
Absolutely. And so we're just here to share this good news because we're so excited. I work with a lot of cheer teams here and there and swim teams and just athletic teams because we want our children to be successful, right? They're passionate about what they do. They've got big dreams. They've got big goals, but diet's 80% of it. And unfortunately, people can't get that. You know, so we're here to share that. It's a simple change that you can do to incorporate into your own life because we need mamas to be healthy for our kids to be healthy, but also those children. And so one last thing that I want to share with you guys in case you guys have an interest is we also do have a plant-based, ignore my awful nails, they're just falling off. We do have a plant-based omega, which is really awesome. It's omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And then this is a really cool shake. So this is like when you're going from practice to practice. Whip up a shake. It's 15 plants. It's also NSF certified and plant-based. So fueling our children and fueling ourselves is such a focus. And if I could go back, that is the one thing that I would have changed. Absolutely. I know my skills would have been better. And, you know, I had an awesome cheer career, but I know it could have been one step higher if I would have known about nutrition that I do now. And so that's what we're here to share. Do you have any last thoughts?
I think just lastly, I just want to say, you know, being a parent, it is so important to be fueling your kids and educating them on how to be the healthiest person that they can be because, and it's hard, especially in today's society, you know, it's a difficult topic to talk about and everything, but it's just such an important one. And so with this, Juice Plus also has a lot of free resources. Excuse my voice. And they provide different cookbooks and healthy living webinars and home fitness series, all for free. And so that's super awesome. Just really encouraging families to be healthy as a whole.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully we will hear from you guys soon, and we will help you guys get healthy and help your girls get to a collegiate level. Bye, guys.